My name's Neil Ridley and I'm a whisky writer. I'm here to give you 5 simple tips on how to get the most out of enjoying and serving whisky. Tip 1. Understanding the label. Whisky labels can be fairly daunting if you don't know what you're looking for. The most important thing is to understand the type of whisky that you're drinking. For instance, on a bottle of single malt Scotch whisky, the word single means that the whisky has been distilled at a single malt distillery in Scotland. When you're looking at the age on a bottle of whisky, let's say 15 years old, that's the minimum age of the whisky that's going to be inside the bottle. But the most important thing about whisky is maturity and personality rather than age. Tip 2. Glassware. What you should really look for is a glass that suits you, that suits your palate. And there are several kinds, from nosing glasses to the traditional style tumblers. Nosing glasses really concentrate the aromas and flavours that you're going to find within a whisky. Using a tumbler is a much wider style glass, and it's great for using with ice, and it will be a much more refreshing way to enjoy a whisky. Tip 3. Tasting whisky. When I'm enjoying a whisky, I like to break it down into 3 parts: the nose, the palate, and the finish. The nose is appreciating the aromas that you're going to get from the glass. The palate is about the flavours that you get in the mouth. Try and coat the whole of the mouth, the tongue, the gums. You're going to get a much better experience out of it. And the finish is the length of time that the whisky lasts as a resonance on your palate. Tip 4. What to add to your whisky. As well as cooling your drink down, adding ice will start to dilute the drink and give you a much more refreshing experience. Personally, I like to add a few drops of water, and what that will do is really start to open up some of the flavours and aromas that you find in the glass. You can, of course, drink your whisky neat, which will give you a much more intense experience. Tip 5. Writing tasting notes. It's going to be useful to have a notebook and a pen to hand when you're trying whisky, so you can jot down some of the aromas and flavours that you find. Just look for the key standout points. Is there some maltiness? Do you get a hint of smoke? Is there some spice and some fruit? Now, some people ask me, what's the best way to enjoy whisky? Well, really, it's just about taking your time, relaxing, and sharing it with friends.